Everyone, welcome back to Entrepreneurial Excellence Insider Tips and Hacks. Today, we have a special treat for all heart-centered entrepreneurs out there. I am sitting down with marketing expert Sheri Rogers to uncover some pro marketing strategies to help you connect more deeply with your audience. So let's dive right in. Sheri, thanks so much for joining us today. Why don't you please tell us a little bit about yourself and your background in marketing?
Sure. Thanks for having me, Damien. I'm Sheri. I've worked in marketing and advertising for over 26 years on really amazing brands like Lexus, Toyota, Tim Hortons, Air Transat, and so many more. Much of my career was spent at large national or international agencies, and today I'm the EVP Managing Director at Prospect Media. And in 2017, I founded Tribe, which is a marketing consultancy really focused on empowering smaller businesses who may not have the resources to work with larger agencies, but still need help with their marketing and media.
Fantastic. I love that you said yes to being here, and I love that our audience gets to benefit from your experience. So, Sheri, you've worked with all these various businesses that you mentioned, really to help them connect deeply with their audiences. What would you say is the first key strategy for you?
I love this question. The name Tribe was very intentional on my part when I launched the business 7 years ago. And whether I'm wearing my Prospect Media hat or my Tribe hat, the truth remains that tribes exist all around us. There are families, there are friends, but they're also the brands that we engage with and purchase from every day. Businesses need to understand who those customers are, because your customers are actively and intentionally trying to line themselves up with brands that share their values or share their ways of living, and sometimes even the ways of speaking. So the first strategy that I recommend for any client or partner that I work with is to utilize their first party data, or in the absence of that, to conduct research so that we can narrow in on who their tribe is. And when you do this, you market in a far more meaningful and impactful way that will help drive efficiencies, not only for your investment, but ultimately generate sales for your brand.
That's a really great point. And can I ask you just quickly to elaborate, what would a small business's first party data look like if people said that?
Yeah, it could be if you have a loyalty or a CRM database, it could be your email list. If you have an e-com site, it could be the postal code or transactional data that you have available. It could be just your website traffic. So understanding who's coming and interacting with your brand. It could be inclusive of people who are following you on social media. So it can be a number of different things. Everybody has a little bit of first party data. A lot of small businesses don't know how to access it, which is where a consultant or an agency can come in and help map that out for you, and then determine where maybe there might be a lack of information. So we add either syndicated or custom research data as a proxy to help build the baseline for you.
Awesome. Great point. So what's another effective strategy that service-based entrepreneurs can use to connect more deeply with their audience?
Yeah, I would say, addressable or personalized media strategies are really key. And this links back to what we were just talking about, which is conducting research and getting really clear on who your customer, i.e. your tribe, is. The media industry, the ways in which you connect, whether that's your email or your social media, or if you're investing in TV, it continues to evolve at warp speed. It's not like it was 20 years ago where there were 5 medias and it was pretty easy to put together a plan. Like, there's so many opportunities to engage with brands that it's mind-boggling. And digital has always inherently allowed us to target audiences in relevant environments with relevant messaging and add layers of targeting and to get us really close to our customer, which is great. So let's continue to lean in there. But what's really exciting today is the digitization of traditional medias like TV and radio, which allows for more addressability, more personalization, purchasing in smaller markets, which is really key for small businesses that are geo-focused, because it just opens up a whole new avenue of media opportunities for those smaller businesses that were previously off the table. But again, I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but frequency really does work in our industry. So I'm going to
Yep.
lean into it. Like it starts with understanding who your audience is
Yeah.
and then what are the most appropriate channels for that audience. What works for your competitor might not be the right mix for you.
100%. And that personalization really does make a difference. And I love that you just keep leaning in all you want
Yeah.
into that understanding your audience. Because in my work as, as a consultant and someone who coaches and mentors small businesses, that's one of the things that I see often lacking is that people are just throwing stuff at the wall.
Yeah.
There's very little personalization, there's very little focus. So that's awesome. All right. So you talked about digitization of media and so forth. So what about environment or content? How can entrepreneurs keep their audience engaged with the kind of content or the content that they're creating these days?
Yeah, everybody has ADD today. So agility is key. Whether you're talking about a strategy, a media environment, content, you really want to make sure that you're staying on top of your customer data and the changing landscape, so that you can change directions, focus in different places when needed to continuously lean back on that solid principle of being in the right place with the right message. A set and forget marketing strategy will not work for you. So you need to ensure that you have somebody internally on your team who's keeping ahead of the curve, or look to hire an agency or consultant to do that heavy lifting for you. I know it oftentimes when I speak with small business owners, they can't wrap their head around the capital expense of hiring
Yes.
a consultant or an agency. And as a small business owner, I get it. I completely get it. In fact, Damien counsels me on, practicing what I preach outside of marketing on many a day. So I really intimately get it. And it does seem like an expense in the short term, but when you find the right partner, when you lean in to get the support that's needed, you will see that ROI on your investment quickly. Hire the right person, or find the right agency or consultant to help you if you're in need of marketing aid.
I love that. So there you have it, folks. 3 pro marketing strategies from Sheri Rogers to connect more deeply with your audience. So understand your audience, personalize your approach, and leverage those multi-marketing channel strategies or those multi-channel. It's like a twin
Yeah.
twister, multi-channel marketing strategies. So all those strategies really, if you take them and you put them together, they can significantly enhance your brand's connection with your audience when they're implemented effectively. So thanks for tuning in to Entrepreneurial Excellence, Insider Tips and Hacks. Make sure to follow us for more insights and interviews just like this one. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Sheri, thanks again for being with us today.
Thanks, Damien. Thanks, everybody.